Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ibuko Dejime here again, and of course I'm super excited about this video. I'm going to be showing you how to make crochet braids from start to finish, and of course we're going to be getting straight into the video, no wasting your time. So first of all, we start with a leave-in conditioner. We want our hair to be soft, want it to be easy for us to comb through, no tangling, no breakage whatsoever. And then we're going to go ahead and pat the hair in two. That way we can section the hair and walk through it part by part. Okay. Welcome back. Here I am. So we are going to start by parting the front part of the hair. And we just want to make sure we get a very straight line. So I, of course, have to go through looking at the mirror and cutting it in parts, making sure my line is straight. And of course, I have a little, breakage at that part, but it don't matter. I am going to be parting it in boxes because that way the lines are more obvious and it's neater. And I'm just going to work it one at a time, braiding it one at a time. So as you can see, I've done the first one and then I'm going to go ahead with the second one. That way we can get a straight line. I always comb through and then braid it down. So I will keep doing this till I get to the end, cut it and, braid it. I like to make it a little bit like more like a medium size and not tiny because that way it's also easy to finish. You want something you can finish up in time. So I am done with the first line. I will go in with the second line. I like to just do 2 lines in front before I do my cornrow, so that way it looks like braids. Okay, and I'm going to be showing you how to do 2 different styles. So I'm adding a gel to this because I want it to stay sleek and look neat and also last longer. So I am putting a gel before I braid the second line. I didn't need to do that in the first line because I'm not making the first line, as tight as the other one. And then I'm just going to make sure that the patting follows the same patting in the front. So it's going to be the same line with the one in the front. And now I'm done with the first part. You could see the patting looks neat and clear. And I will do the same thing on the second part. Start by patting it down, combing it through. And then I will also start from the front, the center. As opposed to when you're making hair for somebody else, you're going to start from the back. But when you're braiding on yourself, you want to start from the front because that's where you're going to see. And you also want to do your installations from the front as well because that way you can put whatever is left at the back. You don't want to leave the front looking messy because you're doing this yourself. So you need to work on the part that you see first before the parts you show the people are not going to see. So now I'm done braiding the front. And it looks just as good as I want it to look. And now I'm going to go ahead with cornrows at the back. And one thing you need to note about my cornrows is that I don't follow the same line I started with in the front. So if you look at the front, you see that I followed a specific pattern of boxes. But when I'm doing the back, I'm trying to make sure that the hair is covering the line. So that way you don't get to know that the back is crochet. It just looks like I have regular braids. So you can see the straight line and you see where I'm starting the cornrows is just in between, in the middle of the line. So you want to do that. And I also like to tuck the hair at the back in. That way I don't have hair dangling at the back when I'm done with my hair. So I will go ahead and repeat the process for the rest of the back. Plait it down. Make sure I am putting the cornrows just right where the line ends for the ones in front and braid it down. Obviously this is a sped up video, but this took me about 3 hours. So yeah, it might take you a little bit longer if you're just starting to braid on yourself, but with time you're going to get faster as you go. The lines might not be perfect at the back. That doesn't really matter because it's not going to show anyways. So you just need the lines in the front to be good enough. And the ones at the back don't really matter. So you see I braid all that hair into one. I didn't leave any extra strand at the back. It's just the one. Everything is tucked in. All the other hair is tucked in. And now I'm going to go ahead and loosen the one in front because this is where the real work begins. I'm going to go in with a crochet pin and tuck in that extra hair at the back because I don't need it flying around. This also serves as a protective style to help your hair grow underneath. So if you're trying to grow your hair longer, this will work. Now I'm going to go in with this crochet braid. Although one thing I noticed when I got this crochet braid is that the tip of the, it was really small. So I had to do 2 different methods for this one. And I'm going to be using this side to show you one method, and I'll show you another method on the other side. One is faster than one looks neater than one, so you be the judge. So I start by crocheting the hair from the beginning of the braid, and I will push that in. Make sure it's tight and firm. You also want to make sure that when you're making your single braids, when you're braiding down your natural hair, you don't make it too tight, so that way you have some extra space for the crochet braid. Now I will use the crochet pin to go in like a zigzag kind of way, trying to tuck my pin inside the braids. So I will tuck my pin inside the braid in that manner till I get to the top, and then I will pick the braid, put it inside, and pull. And once I pull the hair, you would notice that you can't even see the braid from the braiding crochet. You cannot see it. So the hair also just stays inside. It follows the same pattern. And I will be doing it in little bits because, the braids are tight. The crochet braid is tight, so it needs more time. So I'm going to do that. I did that. That's the second time. I'll do it one more time, maybe 2 more times, just to make sure I get that braid inside. You want to turn it around till you get to where the hair is. Put it all through inside the braid. And once you get to where the braid is, you hold the braid and tuck the hair inside the crochet braids. Once that is done, you see there's still a little more, so I do it again from the side. I just keep following it that way, round and around, round and around till I get to where the hair is. Pick it and tuck it in. Once that is done, you can barely see the braid. It just looks like I braided it from my hair. Make sure it's tight from the tip, and you can repeat the process. I'll do it again. You want to tuck that crochet inside the natural hair. Then you want to hold the hair from the tip, push it in. As you can see, that process. I'm going to show you another process using this other side. This process is way faster. So if you don't want to spend so much time, it's still going to look just as good. It's faster, but the other one is more seamless. So I'm going to start by tucking the hair to the cornrows at the back. So in a straight line, I will pick the hair from the front, tuck it into the cornrow in a straight line. As you can see, once I've done that, then I'll begin to wrap the hair by crocheting my natural hair into the cornrow at the back. As you can see, I will keep doing that till I cannot find any more strand of hair. Tuck it in, and of course I do it again for the side. So I'm going to be doing half of it and half of the other one. I would not touch the last 4 in the center because that is going to be the highlight of the hair. I want that hair to look very natural, so I wouldn't touch that one. But I will go ahead and crochet the rest of the hair in a straight line. Now all I need to do is pick the crochet, put it on the hair, and basically that's it. Pick the crochet, put it through the hair, pull it, put the hair inside, and as you can see, the first one, put the tip of it and pull it out, and that's it. And I tell you, you will not know that this is crochet. It will typically look like you just had a full braid done, but this is another crochet method. This method is faster. Most people would opt for this, but I like the other one because it looks more seamless, but You can do anyone that works for you. Anyone you think is easier for you, you can go ahead and work with that. So as you can see, it's just like having regular box braids. And then once I'm done with that, I go ahead and start filling the back of the hair with the rest of the crochet braids. Now that I know that the front is complete, I have enough hair in front, I will go ahead and feed the rest of the back. And I like to feed it line by line because I don't want to have any bowed or scanty spots. So I fill the crochet braids per cornrows. So for each cornrow, I make sure that I fill it up with braids before moving on to the next. And now I have done that, I have some left in front. This one's left in front, I'll be using braiding hair. So you can see the back full, all done at the back. As you can see, you can tell that is crochet, and even from the front, it looks like regular braiding hair. And you can see the front, you can really tell the difference. So now I will start by loosening up the ones I braided down. I will loose that up, and then I will begin to feed in the braids. So I like to do a knotless in front because I feel like it breaks my hair less compared to having to do box braids. It's easier to manage and handle and style and move around without having to feel pain. I like to do pain-free braids. So yes, we're doing knotless for the front. So I'm just going to feed in the braids in the front. As you can see, this looks like I'm having a full braid touchdown. But this is crochet. You see the lines? You see how the lines look? I could have added some boho to this hair to complement the ones at the back, but I had an event to attend that evening and I was really walking with time, and I was like, no, I'm not doing anything extra. I just need to get this hair done so I could, go for my event and get back. So yeah, this is a very quick method you can use to, get yourself all ready. As you can see, I am done with the front, and this hair looks like I had a full braid. You can barely tell that this is crochet. So this is a very seamless method you can use to get your braids all set up fast and hurry if you're in a hurry. So another thing with this hair was that I later curled the tip when I came back, but I had to go for my event and I didn't have time to put the ones I braided in hot water. So I just wrapped it up at the back. As you can see, I just wrapped it around. It looked good, it looked full, that's what I needed, and I was good to go. So I hope you learned something from this video. If you found this video helpful, do make sure you give me a like, a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now.